trust nobody. I done seen dead bodies in the whole lot
Glo
of
Interview, but make sure you
nigga, you ain't caught nobody, you ain't killed
my
nobody.
Start recognizing and fucking with the vision and shit. They see I can really, you know what I'm saying, make something shake with this shit. So I was in the army and shit. Taught me independence. I knew I was made to make music when I realized, because I'm not good with communication and shit like that, or talking to people, it's easy for me to do that shit on writing. Some real shit. First time my mama house got shot up, that shit changed me as a man. Just as a high move.
And I don't know a fuck thing, so don't ask me. Headshot, face shot, then shoot again.
Alright, it's a wrap. Okay.
First life-changing experience. Shit, probably the first time I got some pussy. Shit, that shit changed my life. For real. Matter of fact, I was in the AMC theaters out there on West Shore. Shit, if you from Temple, you ought to know what that said. Shit, another one. Shit. Nah, this one was on some real shit. First time my mama house got shot up, that shit changed me as a man. And just as a how I move on an everyday basis type shit, really. First heartbreak, shit. I say like kindergarten, but sad hoe. I had a little bit, was in that time, try to get right. She was fucking with me. Next day she walked lunch with my partner. I cried, but you know, heartbreaks come and go, just like this money. First paid gig. Shit, I used to actually freestyle in the army for money and shit. Like, bitches used to pay me to, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, this nigga be sliding. The first person I text when something exciting happened, shit myself. I talk to myself a lot, I ain't even gonna lie. Talk to myself more than anybody did. First time I was let down, shit, probably the first time I asked my mama to take me to McDonald's. She said, boy, you got some McDonald's money? She ain't had none though. Probably the first time I got let down. When we used to play games at elementary school and shit, where you gotta put your head down and shit, and they hit your thumb. Ain't nobody hit my thumb. And shit like that, man. Just, I be remembering little shit like that. Another time I was let down, on some real shit, my partner had done passed away. He let me down, cause he promised me, he said he was gonna go with me all the way when this rap shit, cause he seen the potential in a nigga before I even was rapping. And you know, Breast passed away, rest in peace, my dog, free. He let me down, but I know you watching me though, Breast, I got us. I'm gonna hit that stage for you. First lesson I learned as a child, shit, stay in your lane. My first day of pre-K, my first 2 minutes, I walked in that bitch. Young nigga was making Legos. I touched that nigga Lego and that bitch fell. That nigga pushed me. I punched that nigga in his shit. For my mama even left the school, right there at Just. For my mama even left the school, she had to come get me and I got a whooping. Right then and now I say, stay in your lane. I learned that as a young man. First thing I purchased from a corner store, shit, probably some honey buns and a Fago. First thing I learned how to cook, eggs and bacon. I think that's what everybody cooking breakfast. Learned some eggs and bacon. I was young. Shit, I was the youngest out of 3 siblings and shit, so I used to be cooking and shit all the time, just being home, cooling with your family members and shit. First YouTube video I released, it was actually Tuesday. That was that video Tuesday. That was like a throwaway song. That was when I first started making music and everybody was like, oh bro, this bitch hard. So I just fucked around and put that bitch on YouTube. That shit caught a couple ears and shit. I still feel like that song could change my life. First fight, shit, I just told y'all pre-K. That shit wasn't really no fight though. I hit Jay, he started crying. Well, I say like the first fight where like a nigga real deal fought back. I had him got flushed. Like in the 4th grade, we were playing football. I hit Jay with the ball, he had him fought around and hit me back with that bitch. I went to push his ass, I had him, come on boy. Put me on my shit. First thoughts on coronavirus. Don't get me started on this shit here, cause I really feel like this just the government You know what I'm saying? Just trying to do what they do. I'm big on like conspiracy theories and all that bullshit. So like, it ain't really bullshit. A lot of that shit be real. First time I noticed I had real fans, shit. I had fans when I was legit, cause I used to be balling like a bitch on basketball. I had fans back then. My haters my fans, and I always had a hater since I was a little boy. My first car, I had the '97 Corolla. And I had a '99 Malibu. We used to slide that bitch. I had them blew the head gasket a few times on that bitch trying to race niggas and shit. And that old shit. But that bitch used to catch them bodies though. I swear to God. First holiday you find out was fake. I found out Christmas was fake first. Actually, when my grandma was alive, may she rest in peace and bless her soul, I found out that shit was fake. When I found out it was fake, I was so young. She was like, "No, Santa is real." She didn't want me to know Santa was fake at such a young age and shit like that. But you know how that shit be going. First flight, shit. When I came out the womb, I'm a fly ass nigga. I say my first flight for real. When I was in the Army, I came from Georgia to Seattle, and then from Seattle to Japan. So like that was like consider my first flight, cause that bitch was long as fuck. It be like 15 hours, longer than a bitch. And I'm sitting there to this fat ass nigga, you know what I'm saying, nigga snoring and shit. It was stressful, but that was a long flight. When was the first time my family recognized my talent? Shit. I would say recently, because before then it was just a hobby. And I really want to tell them what people were going on. Like, yeah, you know, I do this. Like, I'm real kind of good at it, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh yeah, let me hear some work. I always say no. But then when I was getting calls from my mama calling me saying, "Oh, you made a song? Somebody said you made a real nice song, son." She's like, "Why you don't never let me show it?" I mean, she's like, "Why you never let me hear it? Why you never show it?" And I show her my music. She be like, "You got talent, son." I like my dad, my pops. He known around the city. People telling him about my music and shit. He like, "Yes, son, just keep going." You know what I'm saying? Just my family started recognizing and fucking with the vision and shit. First time I cheated, shit, probably on the FCAT, but I ain't never cheated in no relationship or nothing like that. I cheated on the FCAT and I still failed that bit. But shit, I don't really cheat though. I'm more of a faithful man. That's what I seen my mom and my dad do, so shit. My first tattoo, shit, I got that bit right here. That's too much to take off and shit. You know what I'm saying? I would show y'all, but you know what I'm saying? But in total, I got like 6 or 7 of them bitches. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 in total. This side right here, spiritual. I got a whole lot of God shit on this side, like spiritual. I only got one right here. I ain't start my gang side, like shit I be on, you know, spiritual before anything, because I grew up in the church with my mom and shit. And then right here, they just shit about how I be living in my life and shit, my journey or whatever. Shit, I got my first tattoo, matter of fact, in 2017 in Korea. I got in God's hand. I got this for Joe. May she rest in peace. I hadn't got this. Actually, this is my first tattoo. This is the biggest one I got, matter of fact. I forgot what bruh name was who did my shit, but he I fuck with bruh. Got this little tattoo right here. I need to get all my shit redid. But yeah, I got this little tattoo. It's saying God's hand. It's got doves and roses and shit. It's saying God hands with the big prayer hands and shit like that. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, that was my first little tattoo or whatever. But we might well keep the bitch on. First gun I purchased, shit, I had got a damn Glock. The first gun I got was a Glock. Right now though, I got big shit. I got an AK, I got a shotty, I got a little Ruger, I got all type of shit. First gun I got though, it was an MJ, Glock 23. Call that bitch Jordan, cause that bitch be shooting. The first text I sent today, matter of fact, I woke up in a B&B this morning and the bed that I fell asleep with wasn't there. And they said, where you at? So my first text was, where you at today? So like, shit, really? Where you at, for real? I need to start doing that shit. First time I used a sex toy? So I don't use them. Shit, I got plenty, you know what I'm saying? Down low, you know, don't have like how a nigga use his tongue and shit, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, some nigga do eat that ass, baby, so get with me. Gotta be clean though, don't flare me. First thing you do before you go to sleep, shit, I brush my teeth. Cause I can't be shit mouth. I can't be yuck mouth. A lot of y'all be yuck mouth. That shit stink as hell. But I also, before I go to sleep, I pray, I thank God for letting me see a whole day. And I tell him to keep blessing me for it, even if shit ain't going good. Cause we just blessed to be alive. First ever tape of CD, shit, I had dropped this shit called, it do rap chat count? Cause I used to be on rap chat heavy. When I was in Korea, I used to be freestyling and shit. But like my first official tape was that LB versus Everybody. I had dropped that bitch when I was standing out there in Loops, matter of fact. That bitch was, all the music I had was practicing with, I had just threw it on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? But that shit made money. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't like it, but it's hard. I fuck with that Glow Season shit, cause what's crazy, every time I drop some shit, I say Glow Season, for real. So that shit was real convenient, and that's a real good drink. Oh. So I got my special drink from KUFFED Media. It got Henny, pineapple juice, and grenadine in it. Made by JJ and Lady. Y'all get with it for y'all drink, man. KUFFED Media, man.
Everybody, it's Astar. Follow KUFFED Media on Instagram for promotions, marketing, branding, and much more.